What's up, everybody? I kind of wanted to just jump on here in regards to something that happens a lot in this industry, and a lot of questions and issues that happen when people come to me in regards to their eyebrows. So yesterday I did a poll on Instagram to see where you guys were comfortable with paying for services. So whether it's higher than 300 or lower than 300, and that's not including the first recommended touch-up that's typically 5 to 6 weeks after your initial appointment. Now, a lot of you guys said more than 3, others said less than 3. Now, this is a common issue where people look to spend the least amount of money with getting anything permanent makeup. So I'm going to say eyebrows because that's what I do more of. You spend, let's say you find somebody that is charging $200, and then you have somebody else in the same town that charges maybe $450, and you're contemplating where to go. The first person that throws out a promo is where you guys are leaning towards. So the person that does maybe $199 or something like that, that's where you're jumping on to get it. Now, me speaking from my experience and my point is, when we do something, when we throw out a discount out there, it's either we're trying to fill a last minute spot, or I'm training students and I want to get somebody in that's willing to do that. So we do it at a reduced price because obviously 50% of the work is done by me and the other 50 is done by the student. When you're starting in the industry, you definitely do start at a lower price point because you're trying to build your clientele, and basically everybody is looking for a deal. We're human. I like deals, I like discounts, I like specials, but there are certain things where I have no problem paying full price, and I want you guys to be aware of that as well. So I say that to say, when looking for microblading, definitely do your research. Now, if there's 2 or 3 people in the same town that you're interested in, go with the person that you like their work, their style and technique, something where you see there's more consistency, and maybe even try to get in consultations with all 3 of those people and get a vibe, get a feel for their place. Make sure that everything is clean. Make sure that they're licensed. Make sure that everything logistics wise is up to standards, because what happens is those of you, I'm gonna say a lot of you guys who watch and are in the area, go to somebody because they charge $199 and then come to me to fix it. I don't know if you guys do this with other artists, but I'm just speaking, with what has to do with me and my industry. And then I have to fix it. And what happens is you, as the client, end up spending more money in the long run. Why? Because you want it to be cheap to start off with. Now, regardless if you're spending $100 and you're spending $300 or you're spending $800, you're still spending money that you worked for. Obviously, money doesn't grow on trees, so why are you shortcutting something that's going on your face? You can't hide a tattoo on your face. It's different on another part of the body, but on your face, you definitely want to do your research. Go get a consultation, talk to the person a few times, make sure that they post consistently. Make sure you're following them for some time before you just jump on the first bandwagon that throws out 100 or 50% discount on services. Definitely be skeptical and be like, well, why are you doing this? Ask questions. You have the right to ask a question. And if that person that you're trying to get service by feels some type of way, then maybe that should be your reason to not go to them. I like that everybody asks me questions. If anything, I want you to ask me 20,000 questions. Let me answer them, because honestly, I don't want all of you guys to be my client. It's nice to have a certain percentage of you guys, but all of you guys are not meant to be my client, and I am completely okay with that. I will give you a consultation, and if you choose to go with somebody else that they discounted their prices or you like their work, I'm okay with that as well. Trust, I'm not trying to sell you guys. I don't do these videos to throw shame to anybody else. I want you guys to be aware that everybody is trying to get microblading done. right? You want fuller brows. But if you're not doing your research and you're just going to the person that charges the best rate or whatever the case may be, or because your friend had a good experience by them and they're like, oh yeah, I want to go there, or your friend is their friend, or whatever the case may be, sometimes that's not the best thing to do with a tattoo. Let's not forget, this is a tattoo. You want to know why? Because pigment is getting inserted into the skin. So regardless if it's semi-permanent or permanent, it's considered a tattoo form. Do you know that us being microblading artists in the state of Connecticut, we have to be licensed tattoo artists? It's not licensed microblading artists. We have to have our tattoo license. So we're doing a tattoo on your skin. So with that being said, make sure that you do your research with pigments, tools, anything. Google it. Google is there for a reason. So Google microblading. Look at videos on YouTube. Look at what your person that you're interested in getting service by is doing, and then go ahead and go do it. Don't just be cheap. Like I keep saying, and I reference this all the time. You don't go to Louis Vuitton, right? You want an authentic bag. You're not gonna go to Chinatown and get a authentic bag. You're gonna get a freight bag. And what happens when you get that bag? It's going to start wearing and tearing, and it's going to break. It's not going to look official. And then what? And then you just spent X amount of dollars, whether it's $50 or $60, you're paying more money in the long run. Like, so just do your service. Do your research. I try to throw awareness out there as much as possible because I am having to correct a lot of people's work. And this is another thing, that if I correct your work and you're the client, right? You're going to go out there, and if somebody's like, oh my God, what happened to your eyebrows? I'm the last person that touched your brows. So even if I corrected it from where it was before, my name is going to be out there. So if they look shitty, I'm the one who's going to look bad because I tried to fix something that was done incorrectly before. You guys aren't naturally going to say, well, I had bad work done and then I went to Platinum Aesthetics and got them redone and she worked a miracle, or whatever the case may be. You guys are going to really use my name last. So I care more about my reputation than your lousy $400 that you're going to pay me to do your eyebrows. It's more about integrity. So because I actually care about what I do and I don't just see you guys as numbers and money coming in, I want you guys to do your research and do your due diligence with all that. So yeah, if you got any questions, and obviously you heard this video like 10 times probably, but just DM me, let me know what you guys think about the video. And yeah, hit me up with some questions in regards to all of this. All right.